Good day to you, the viewers of Bölan Daily Culture. Here we are in the studio with a book, Rome with Two Cows, and Will Richardson, a cowboy.
Yes, I'm a cowboy. No, I'm not, but I can ride a horse.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's not about me, the book.
I know, but you're an author. And
Yeah.
every book is a little bit about the author as well.
Okay, this
You
is
cannot
a good point. And you didn't ask me in the previous episodes. You asked me something close to that. Oh, yeah, what was the book about? Yeah, you said, oh, isn't it something about you? Well, factually, no. But of course, it's me because the humor's me, the style, the attitude is me. Even though the facts are based on reality and someone else, it's seen through my view of reality. So, in that sense, it's like Kurosawa. You have to go, are you like Biden? You have to go somewhere? You know, checking your watch. The sensibility is that even if three people go through the exact same experience, they will see it differently. I remember that time we were fishing and you caught that shark, and you're like, what? I've never been fishing and caught a shark. He said, no, you were there with Joe and Susie. No, I wasn't there. So we remember things differently, even though we go through the same experience. I mean, look at divorce court. It's all about, what? I never said that. Yes, you did, and I hate you for it. And you don't even remember, right? Anytime you write something, it will go through your filters.
And that's like, I would say that's the whole point of actually being a good writer, because you see things, some also objective things, which other people intuitively see as well, but they cannot express in words.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. That's part of being, trying to create a piece of art, but you work at it. It's not like, some people have more of a facility for it, and maybe one you do. I mean, you write books and articles too. It's hard to gauge that yourself, isn't it?
Of course, it's a workout. I mean, you have to work on it. You have to and practice doing it. Simple as that.
Practice all the time. I mean, it's the only way you get better is by practicing. You can get lucky, but you can't put a consistent body of work out there, and in journalism or in writing something longer. Whatever it is, if you don't work at it.
So the question from our viewers is, why did you write this book?
Why did I write the book? Well, number one, I was paid to write the book. So there was money to write the book.
That's something different usually.
And I like writing when I get paid. I find this really motivating. So originally I was getting paid to write it, but also it was, once I got into the material, and started seeing what the material was, I said, no, this can be a great book. This is material, because it's all how you tell the story, right? This can be really a book that talks about this time and puts people back there so they can see it. It's a time capsule about that time, with a hell of a good story going through it, and an original story, because even though I didn't have to make up a lot of it, it's all how you string it together, isn't it? People asked me, they said, and why do you write? I mean, compulsion is one part of it, but also it was something I always wanted to do, because it was something that it was difficult for me. When I first started writing, I was not the champion in the English composition class. I had to struggle with it, and I had to really work, because nobody ever said, hey, writing is about, it's not, forget the punctuation, it doesn't matter. That's for sub-editors, like in newspapers. You don't worry, newspaper writers don't worry about punctuation, right? Unless they're essayists or something like that. They worry about getting a story, and then the editors take care of it.
Writing my article for publish, I usually put all the punctuation right as well at the end, because I'm afraid they won't do it in the correction.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would be, nowadays it's a little different. That's true. It's not as, in some places, as good as it used to be, but because the staffs are smaller and everything.
Exactly,
but
no one is paying them.
You turn in your stuff, and the sub-editor, not the editor, but the sub-editor who works on the punctuation and placing it in the paper and where it's going and arranging the columns and everything, they do all that work, so you don't worry about it. You just want to be intelligible, but you don't worry about commas. And if you're worried about commas, you shouldn't be writing. You should be annoying people by being an English teacher, and a bad one at that.
But there are some authors who, you know, the whole day spending just putting end.
That's right, but I interviewed Randolph Quirk, who was the inventor of modern grammar in London. I interviewed him when I was just, you know, starting writing and interviewing and all that stuff and being a journalist. I talked about a lot of these kind of things with him. I got to know him because we hit it off, and he agreed with me. You know, he said, no, this is not important. It's the expression that's important.
Just wrap up this, because you're talking a lot. Why people should read this book?
If you like a good story, a fascinating story, well told, with a lot of movement, but also memorable scenes and characters, some unforgettable scenes and characters, some of it very funny, some of it very scary. If you like a rag to riches story with a twist, then you're going to like this book. And I think each page, I tried to make it so each page would sing, and just the words just off the page. That's how I tried to do it.
Fair enough. And here for you, the very, very ending of the book. I couldn't help but feel like he was out there with somewhere running at full throttle with his hair on fire, his voice thundering, still alive, still alive, still alive. And those are the last words of a book, Rome, of Will Richardson. If you want to know what it means and where it starts, just go buy it, read it, and maybe write some comments under this video what you think about it. I will read it to him. Thank you very much for watching Poland Daily Culture.